It's 3 in the morning, and you're staring at the ceiling. Again, your brain is running through every worst-case scenario it can invent. What if the car breaks down tomorrow? What if the laptop dies? What if you get let go? If you've ever had one of those nights, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you probably assume the only way out is to become rich. $1 million net worth, some far-off number that feels impossible from where you're standing, but it's not that number. Not even close. The number that actually kills those 3 a.m. spirals is $10,000. That's the first real turning point where your nervous system starts to relax and your relationship with money shifts in ways you don't understand until you've lived it. I'm Ravi, and I've spent way too much time thinking about the psychology of money, why some people move through financial challenges like they're nothing, while others live in constant low-grade panic no matter how much they earn. Hit subscribe if you want more of this. Let me paint the picture of life below the $10,000 line. You're at the grocery store doing math in your head, name brand or generic. You're not choosing based on what you like. You're choosing based on what you can afford this week. Your friend texts about dinner Friday, and you start crafting a polite excuse because $25 right now would blow up your budget. Every choice is a calculation. You're playing defense every single day, and it's exhausting in a way that's hard to explain to people who've never been there. Here's what changes when you cross that line. The money itself isn't what changes your life. What changes is your brain. Think about the last time your car made a weird noise. If you're broke, that noise isn't just a noise. It's the start of a countdown timer. You're immediately spiraling. Credit card? Borrow from your mom? Skip a bill? Your whole day gets hijacked. But when you have $10,000 in the bank, that same noise becomes a mild inconvenience. You're annoyed. You'll deal with it. That's it. Moving from panic to annoyance sounds small, but it ripples through everything. You sleep better. You're sharper at work. You're more patient with the people you love. Here's the twist most people miss. Most of the benefit doesn't come from ever spending the money. It comes from knowing the money is there. Most people who build up 10 grand almost never actually touch it for emergencies. What they do instead is spend it on opportunities. They pay for the course, they start the side hustle, they finally have the mental space to focus on growing their income instead of just surviving another month. Now, $10,000 might sound impossible if you're barely putting away $100 a month. But here's the thing. The hard part isn't the money. The hard part is becoming the kind of person who saves. Most people treat saving like a crash diet. Cut everything, burn out, quit. The people who reach $10,000 don't see saving as a sacrifice. They see it as a new identity. And that identity shift is what makes it stick. Here's something that's going to sound backwards. The person with $10,000 saved is actually closer to real financial independence than someone with zero savings who makes twice as much. Because the saver has developed the one skill that matters most. It's not earning money, it's keeping money. You know someone who makes great money and is somehow always broke. Big salary, fancy car, zero net worth, and you probably know someone making 40 grand who's quietly built real savings. The difference isn't the paycheck, it's the mindset. Here's a reality check. The average American burns over $3,000 a year on coffee, dining out, and impulse purchases. Redirect just a third of that and you'd hit $10,000 in under 3 years. Most people have way more flexibility in their budgets than they let themselves see. And here's the counterintuitive part. When you have zero savings, every dollar feels precious. But when you have $10,000 saved, individual dollars start feeling less precious, which actually makes you more willing to spend on things that grow your income. The broke person skips the $50 networking event because $50 feels like a mountain. The person with $10,000 saved goes, meets someone, and lands a job that pays 5 grand more a year. The safety net doesn't make you sloppy. It makes you willing to invest in yourself. So here's what I want you to walk away with. $10,000 isn't just a number in a bank account. It's a full-body psychological upgrade. Better sleep, better relationships, better career moves. It's the domino that knocks over 100 other dominoes most people never see coming. If your bank balance right now looks more like a phone number from the 50s, don't spiral. Start small, stay consistent. And remember, the person you become on the way to your first $10,000 is worth more than the $10,000 ever will be. That person keeps compounding for the rest of your life.